Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the concession stand is open at the southwest entrance side. Southwest side, the concession stand is now open. And we're just underway here in the first half. The Broncos defending the east end. Check that, the west end of the Ardac. And the Pilots, the east end. Back it comes to number 15 of the Pilots. And that is Isaac Gurnett. Gurnett now to Brewster. To Luang. And knocked out of bounds. There's the shot right on the keeper as number 8 let it go for the Pilots. And now it's controlled momentarily. Over on the left wing it goes. Now taken away by the Broncos. Back it comes there, the shot. Ooh, over top of the net. And so it's the Broncos with the chance here. First, there's a shot right on Mitten in the crease, had to make the stop. And he pitches it over now on the left wing to number 7, that's Ben Schroff. He has it taken away momentarily, and then the Broncos have it there. They score! Opening goal for the Broncos. Sure who got that goal, but Broncos coming back on the right side. There's a shot. Score! Just ripped it. Number 11. Fabian gets it that time. So the Broncos quickly out to a 2-0 lead here. It's Brewster. Here's Brewster going through the middle there. The shot's blocked by the defense of the Broncos. Broncos will get it back again. Isaac Gurnett then had to go out of bounds, and it's now onto the Broncos. They control. Broncos do now, going to the left wing. There's a shot, and just wide of the Pilots' net. And we have a corner. Nope, it's going to be Pilots' ball. Brewster trying to get it at center. Now controlled by the Broncos. Here's a shot rolled to Mitten. He goes down and makes the stop. Brewster now. He has it, trying to chip it across to Burnett. And it's taken away by the Broncos. Long shot, Mitten now fumbled it right to the midsection or thereabouts on the Pilots. And now up on the left wing, let's see here. Now a foul against the Pilots, so the Broncos will have it. There's a shot over top of the net, and it comes all the way down. But the Pilots will get it. And number 15 of the Pilots has it, and that is Gurnett. Now Gurnett trying to put it in control by the Broncos. Oh, shot just wide of the Pilots net. It's all Broncos right now on the offense. as the play is now in half court. Controlled by Oosterhuis. Chips one there, but unable to track it down before it goes out of bounds. The Broncos couldn't do it, and so here's the Pilots. Leung now trying to get it to Brewster. Now back and forth it quickly goes. Mitten will put it up to center to Brewster. Here's Brewster. Brewster now. The give and go, that was a long shot. As Schroff was going down that left wing, and Matthew should have passed it on the left wing, but he decided to take a long shot and missed. So it's Luez. Gets the return pass. Brewster trying to take it away from him. Luez, number 5 for the Broncos, gets the return pass on the left wing. Here's Luez. Going to the net. Nice pass. Puts it in front. Blocked by the defense. That's Leung for the Pilots that made the block there. And another goal by the Broncos. Oh, just a second. Check that. Nope. It's the side of the net. Now into Mitten. Here's Mitten up on the center court to Brewster. Brewster now has it taken away by the Broncos. And getting back nicely is Schroff, the captain of the Pilots, to knock that one away. As we're 6.5 minutes into this game. And the Broncos leading it by a count of 2-0. And the Broncos will get it right at center court. There is number 16 for the Broncos. Luiz now trying to get possession. There's a shot. And the Pilots come back now. A 3-on-1. Here's Barnett. Takes a shot. No good. Or I should say, he put it right to the defense there, and it was knocked away. There's a long shot off the east wall. And so the Pilots will have it. Now controlled by the Broncos. Luiz. Will he put it back? Then he puts it out of bounds. So Schroff for the Pilots trying to put it into Gurnett. Couldn't do so. Taken away by Luez of the Broncos. 3-on-2. Here's the attempted pass. Mitten goes down, makes a switched off. Mitten. Hands it over to Schroff. Ball goes high in the air. Schroff now knocks it. And the Broncos control. Number 19 for the Broncos. Nice footwork, trying to put it in front. As Oosterhuis was right in the crease, and if he could have got to him, that would have been the third goal for the Broncos. No, here's an attempted pass. Back it comes. There's a shot high and wide on the east end. 9.5 minutes already gone in the first half. Very quick first half of play, always. Now a takeaway by the Broncos. There's a pass. Up on the right wing, there's a shot. Score! Fabian. So the Pilots back on the defense again. Back it comes to Louise. Now to Fabian. Here's Fabian. Lets the shot go. That's blocked. Fabian gets the rebound, though. He's looking for some help. And he hits the side of the net. So it's a corner for the Broncos. Nice work there by Mocker. Now it comes still in the Pilots territory. As with it there is McClarney. McClarney lost it. And let's see, do we have a corner or what this is the situation? No. The Pilots. And Mocker able to track it down before it goes out of bounds. And so the Broncos bring it in. Pass over, trying to get it back. And Luan took it away. He couldn't get it forward, and so it's Broncos still have it. Nick Mitten knocked it high and to the southeast corner. And so the Broncos will bring it in. Mitten comes out, kicks it away. And it's still in the Pilots' territory. There's Brewster trying to get it, but knocked back in by the Broncos. Down that left wing, left foot, goal! Nice work in there by Fabian, number 10. He put it right into the crease, and Fabian was right there to get it. So the Pilots down 4-0 here in the first half of play. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Broncos. Now trying to. Here's another goal by number 11 of the Broncos. That's Fabian. Okay. Get ready, fans. Some of the ladies from the concession stand will be coming across to give you some food. So be watching for that in just a few minutes. So the Pilots facing a deficit of 5-0. And the Broncos coming down that left wing as Fabian, nice pass into the crease. It's taken away though by the Pilots. Up to Brewster he comes. Nice pass over on the wing, couldn't get a shot away. Now to as kicked away by the keeper. Yeah, the Broncos come down that left wing quickly. There's Fabian again in the crease, knocked away by the Pilots defense. As up on the left wing now is Edwards. Edwards left wing to that was Isaac Gurnett. And he's from Edmonton, Alberta, Isaac is. As down to a little over 6 minutes to go in the first half. There's a shot. And that is wide of the cage. Mitten now. With those big glasses that he likes to play with. Brewster in the middle. And the Broncos just have that center area just plugged. And so nice work there by Fabian. Here's Fabian back. It comes to McClarney. There's a long shot and a header. Nice work in there on the header by Keegan Bolton, but he wasn't able to capitalize. As now the Pilots are in the back. And number 10, McClarney giving Gurnett a hard time. Here's Gurnett now chipping it to Brewster. A couple players go for it. Louise will have it. Down the left wing in front. There's a shot wide. A little over 5 minutes to go. Here we go, the Broncos. Nice stop there by Nick Mitten. Turn around now, trying to get it in. chance. It goes high and wide off a couple of players out of bounds. There's the Broncos. Brewster trying to get to it. Louise has it. Now to Brewster. Here's Brewster for the Pilots. Over to Gurnett. Now to Brewster. Here's a long shot. That's wide. And off the east wall. So the Broncos right now lead 5-0. Here's the pass over to Brewster, he was able to control it, and the Pilots come back. Here's Brewster for the Pilots. Brewster wants to take a shot now. Some fancy footwork by Brewster along that line, and he still is able to get to it. But the Broncos come back and goal into the net. It goes. I think the number 4. They'll get credit for that one. So the Broncos up to a 6-0 lead. Gurnett. Now to Callum Edwards. He couldn't get to it. There's Mitten now puts up to Brewster. Brewster has it taken away by the Broncos. There's a shot. Mitten gets in the way of that one and puts it up to Callum Edwards. He couldn't control. And so the Broncos will get to it. Louise has it for the Broncos. Here comes a shot. That's wide. Kind of a bender there, but that was way wide of the Pilots' net. And down the left wing, Schroff trying to get loose, but he couldn't. Fabian now in for the Broncos. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. There's the pass coming over to number 3, and he lets it go. It was high and wide. There's Mitten now throwing out to Brewster at center. But they have that center clogged, cut off. Here's Brewster trying to get it into Callum Edwards. Back to Brewster. Brewster getting set. Oh! He hit the crossbar. Then it came down into the crease area, and the goalkeeper almost knocked it into his own net, but it somehow ricocheted to the corner. Pilots coming close there. There's Fabian. Puts it in. Number 13 has it for the Broncos. To Stepanek. Here comes a Schroff, and he couldn't control before it goes out of bounds. As the Broncos regroup. Across that line, and then it's left wing there for Matthew Brewster. He's from Port in Trinidad and Tobago. Highly recruited by the Pilots for futsal. So the Broncos with 90 seconds to go in the first half coming back on the offense quickly. Right side. There's a left-handed shot. Mitten goes down, makes a nice stop, and throws it out now to Brewster. Here's Brewster trying to get loose, but he couldn't. And the keeper, Ryan Murphy. Left wing it comes to Fabian. Broncos coming back on the offense. Boy, they can pass that ball. And it's nice work there by Callum Edwards to knock it away. And now Lane Corbett comes into the game for the Pilots. Having trouble in the back. Here's Leung trying to get it to number 5, Callum Edwards. Can't do so. And so we're down to the last 30 seconds of the first half of play.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for making this a great success. For ACRPC, make some noise for mental health. I'd like to introduce you again to Executive Director of OBAD in Calgary, Kai Corral.
It was funny because I was coming here and I thought it was going to be a basketball game. It turned out to be a soccer game. I don't think I've ever seen soccer inside. So, my first presentation, I talked about what we could do for our own mental health. And then I kept thinking about Amy when I was sitting over there. That actually, there's a lot that we can individually do to help people out. And so I come up with a few ideas. And what we want to do is the idea is to reduce stigma, to reduce the idea that people who are having mental health problems, it's not a character issue, but it's an issue of having stress and anxiety and depression. So we recognize it as sometimes a health concern, and then we can deal with it much better and help them out. So what we want to do is we want to reach out and help each other. Because if you see someone who's having distress or anxiety, it would be a really good thing to do is to talk to them and see how they're doing and help them out. Because actually people who are having problems are actually looking for a way to help them out. So if you see someone who's stressed, really help them out. One of the other good things about dealing with issues in mental health with other people is becoming part of your community. So within schools, within the community, we can support each other and make the idea of people having problems with mental health as a health condition, as a normal kind of thing that helps. It happens to everyone every day. So if you see someone with stress, help them out. Don't feel scared about it. You can really help them out. Being an advocate for the mental health community and be involved in places like CMHA, you'll help the schools, you'll help the community, you'll help the faith groups, and that way you can really help your community and actually help your own sense of mental health. So, remind yourself that good mental health is actually good physical health and good spiritual health. So nurture your spirit and share your love with others. And be a good listener. Listening is the big thing. In my organization, we have months workers, and that's what we found is that people sharing their experiences actually makes them much more healthier. So thanks so much, and make noise for mental health, and have a good rest of the game. Thanks.
On behalf of David and his athletic staff, we would like to present you with a little honorarium for coming up from Calgary. Thank you very much, and great success, and thank you, Kai, for coming up. Okay, RTC. Okay, fans. Are we ready to play some head and hearts? Okay, guys, I would like you all stand up. The little rules of this game. I have a coin in my hand. This time it's a quarter. I got cheaper. Of course, at the quarter we have the queen's head is the head, the moose is the heart. So, before I flip the coin, I need you to declare either your head or your heart, and then if you're wrong, please sit, and then after that we'll have a few people left, and then we'll present the gifts on screen. Okay, folks, present head or heart. Okay, here's the flip. It is a head. Go to the head, to the check down. No, the ones with the heart, sit down. Yeah, all you guys are heart. Okay, I declare your head or your heart. Okay, here's the flip. And we have a heart. All the heads. Okay, here we go again. How many we got left out there in RBC group? We have quite a few. Okay, here we go. Declare a head or a heart. We have another heart. I think this girl in blue really knows what I'm flipping. So, I don't know. Okay, you need a head or a heart? How many do we have left? 6, okay, here we go. We have a head. Okay, how many do we have left up there? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of you come down. And we'll get this right out. Go head to head here, heart to heart. Just come right up here in the middle. Join our RBC staff with the rails. And of course we have to do that. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, face your fence. We want you to declare your head or your heart. Everybody has declared. We have, what, 4 hearts going in? Really? Okay, here we go. We have a head. Congratulations, you win a gift certificate from RBC and ECAC. And we have one last piece of business that we have to do for this ECAC RBC makes noise for mental health. I am really, really hungry. I really love pizza.
Round 2 of pizza. Round 2 of pizza, let's go.
We have 2 large pizzas. The only premise to this whole thing is, make some noise for mental health. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Prairie College athletic staff and the ACAC and RBC, thank you for making Let's Make the Noise for Mental Health a big success. Cheer on the guys in the second half. Thank you very much.
One in 5 students are struggling with mental health issues. RBC, along with ACAC and the Canadian Mental Health Association of Alberta, want to reduce the stigma surrounding mental health. Help us make a difference. Together, let's make some noise. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death for both men and women from adolescence to middle age. Fear of stigma is often why they don't reach out for help. It is estimated that 10 to 20% of Canadian youth are affected by a mental illness or disorder, the single most disabling group of disorders worldwide. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to visit the concession stand. The concession stand in the equipment room there on the southwest side of the RDAC. The concession stand is open. Just a reminder to sports fans that the Pilots are back on the floor tomorrow night. They'll play at 6 and 7. That's tomorrow night. But there are games all day tomorrow featuring the other 4 teams that are in this tournament, and that's at 11 a.m. and it all starts. But the Pilots are back in action tomorrow night, 6 and 7 o'clock. And the Pilots games are being streamed live. Prairie Pilots YouTube channel. Prairie Pilots YouTube channel. Welcome back for the second half of the game here tonight. Pilots are down 6-0. See if they can get the offense going here in the second half. We're back on tomorrow night, 6 and 7 o'clock. And then depends on what the Pilots do. If they do not win a game, they'll be at 9 and 10 on Sunday morning. And we'll have those games for you as well. Taken away now by the Broncos, and then it's chipped away by the Pilots as we start play here in the second half. In the middle now, taken away by Schroff. Down that left wing he goes. He's with Brewster. Down the pass, too hard, and it goes from quickly from the north to the south side. There's Lewis. Now chips a pass down that left wing. There's a shot. Ooh! He ripped that one off the goal post. That was Fabian that just ripped it. But off the post. Now a corner for the Pilots. And it's going to go all the way down to the keeper, Ryan Murphy of the Broncos. Here come the Broncos. Another goal for the Broncos, number 11. That's his third goal of the game. 2 in the first, and one more so far here in the second. So the Pilots down 7. They didn't want to get that. That wasn't exactly what they wanted to get starting. Now Brewster was knocked down. Play continues. Here come the Broncos. And they decided to pass it back and forth. Nifty passing, but no goal that time. Here's Gurnett across court now, and they almost lost it. Now Gurnett coming up on that left wing. It goes up by everybody and out of bounds. Long shot. Now the header, and it was punched over top of the Pilots' net. Gurnett now. To Louise, to Fabian. Fabian, nice footwork. Cross-court pass. And the Broncos try to keep it in. They can't on the south side, and the Pilots will get to it. That's Brewster. Back it comes to Lewing. Now and Brewster was going for the net. Schroff almost got to him. Here's Brewster. And he's from Daniel Chuan all of a sudden came in and made a nice pass across the court, but it didn't quite connect. The Broncos are back on it. And it's out of bounds now on the south side of the gym. As we approach the 4-minute mark of the second half of play, it's all Broncos, 7-0. Oosterhuis down that right wing. There's the shot toward the net. Nice block in there by the Pilots defense, and up on the left wing they come. Here's the pass to Brewster. Brewster unable to get the return pass. And Schroff was feeding him, and it was just knocked away at the last second by a defender. But Brewster will, just a second. Brewster will now have another shot at it. Here's Brewster into Schroff. And Schroff will give way to Lane Corbett, who comes in for the Pilots. Brewster now. I'd just like to see him chip it into the crease. Here comes Brewster. Nope, the referee toots the whistle again. Looked like it was offside on the Pilots. So Ryan Murphy will toss it all the way down. There's the header. That was a nice header there by Louise. Didn't quite get it to connect. There's a long shot from goal to goal. And there's the long throw. Certainly the play sometimes moves quickly from one end to the other. There's a shot, save, rebound, goal. Nice header by number 2 of the Broncos. And that's Jackson Scholes Kingsey. It's the 8th goal of the game for the Broncos. They had a 6-0 lead at the end of 20 minutes, and they have now stretched it to 8-0. As Schultz Kingsey, boy, I tell you, he's got wheels. There's Mitten with the left-handed pass. Broncos. They hit the crossbar. As number 19, the Broncos just chipped it toward the net. It was almost like a wide open net. And the ball hit the right goal post. Here's Corbett. He almost gave it away. Now it's back it comes to the wing. Luing. Check that, Luong. And so Louise on the defense. He'll try to bring it up court. Now he puts it over to Kingsey. Now it goes. There's a shot just wide on the rebound for the Broncos. They missed it. Here's the pass up to center again. And Brewster puts it over on the left wing to Corbett. Here's Corbett trying to get across. He goes down. And the Broncos are back on the offense. Louise behind center. Now puts it to number 19. Back it comes, and the Broncos just passing nicely. And finally taken away by Luong. Up to Brewster. Here's Brewster. He's got Luong with him. Brewster now trying to get here. He does. He shoots right on. Big save by Murphy. Yeah, the Broncos had a chance. And play was called back. Looks like foul. So indirect kick coming up. Here's Brewster. Now Luong. That was stopped. Brewster now. Cross court to Colin Edwards. Edwards almost had it. Yes, he has it taken away from him by the Broncos. Cross court to Kingsey. Nice little dribble. Mitten comes out. A couple players come together, but thankfully they are able to get up and keep going. Colin Edwards, right foot, trying to get it to Brewster at center. Taken away by the Broncos. Here's the Broncos now. It's Kingsey again. Kingsey now, he goes down heavily as chance there for the Pilots. And Sharoff and Brewster were working down the right side there. But the ball spun out of bounds. Controlled by the Broncos as we approach the 10-minute mark. I should say the 9-minute mark of the second half. It's all Olds at 8-0. There's a pass over to number 16 of the Broncos. He couldn't get to it before it goes out of bounds. Pilots are back on the floor tomorrow night at 6 and also 7. And we'll have those games as well. There's a long pass. Mitten just punched it back to center. And the Broncos, Louise, he controls. He's a big, tall gentleman. There's a right side pass. And that went from north to south very, very quickly. And the Broncos make that. The Pilots will have it. Broncos now will get it after the ball goes out of bounds. There's the shot. Nice save by Nick Mitten. Rebound. Nice. Another save by Mitten. There's Schroff down that left wing, but he was cut off, and it goes to Mitten. Here's Mitten now, throws it left-handed. Header nicely by the Broncos. There's the pass. Ooh, just across the area that the Broncos didn't have a man. There's a shot, no good, off the west wall over the head of Nick Mitten. Mitten has it now, up on the left wing to Schroff, the captain. Schroff, long pass, nobody near it, and goes out of bounds. So, the Broncos now will get it as it's at half court. Back it comes to the Broncos. But then the Luang took it away. A couple of players going after it. And let's see, the Pilots are guilty of the foul, and so it's going to be indirect for Jacob McClarney will take the shot. Here's the shot. Mitten makes a nice stop. And Brewster will put it up to center. Now Brewster, here's Brewster. He wants to take that shot, but they really cut him off on the offense. 2 or 3 players go after it. Who's got it? Looks like the Broncos are going to get it. Yes, it's Murphy, the keeper. Puts it up for the Broncos. There's a pass to, not to Fabian, but that's Schultz-Kinsey. There's a long pass. Mitten now kicks at it, controlled by the Broncos in the Pilots zone. Left wing, there's a shot. No, it's blocked. As we're down to 8 minutes to go in the game.
Do not forget that the concession stand is still open. Make a dash to the concession stand. The ladies are waiting for you.
Six and a half minutes before this game is over. Pilots are back on the court tomorrow night. Lots of action here all day tomorrow, beginning at 11. You have King's University. Lacombe is here. Medicine at Lethbridge. As Nick Mitten makes a nice stop, trying to put it up to, and Brewster will have it on the right side. There's Brewster now chipping a pass, trying to get it to Gurnett, but the Broncos are back. Fabian, here's Fabian. Will he take a shot? He does chip it toward the net, but it's wide. Cross court to Mocker. There's Ben Mocker having trouble with it. Taken away by the Broncos. Number 19 is sliding it just by the right post. And Nick Mitten. Hands it to Luang. Here's Luang up on the left wing. To Corbett. Corbett now has it taken away. There's a shot and fanned on it. Was number 5 of the Broncos. And so the Broncos will keep it going here. It's Brewster, the highly recruited futsal player. Now Louise, pass, trying to get it in front of the Pilots' cage there. Goes back to center to Fabian. There's Fabian. And he put a pass in it. Mocker sits down, and Daniel Chung will come in for the Pilots. Love to see the Pilots get at least one goal here tonight, but that may not happen. Keegan Bolton there for the Broncos. Keegan now tries to put it across. Not exactly sure what the call was, but it's going to go Pilots' way. Here's Louise. Nice pass, but Bolton wasn't going anywhere. And the play now will be to the Pilots. There's the header. Back it comes to Leung. Last few minutes of this game as the Broncos trying to get something going from right to left, but unable to do so. Ooh, not sure exactly what that was about. But the Pilots gave the ball up, and the Broncos can capitalize on that one, making it now 9-0. Now we're back for the last 2 minutes, 1:52 to go in the game, as you can see on your scoreboard clock there.
forget, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Pilots are back on the court tomorrow night, 6 o'clock and 7. And there's action tomorrow morning beginning at 11. And then the playoffs begin Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening and watching Pilots Futsal.